Just a couple of redneck amigos full of BS reviewing bourbon, tequila, rum, beer, and more boozy spirits.
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Not much. I am excited today. We have Hunter Johnson in the studio after a pretty big weekend.
A pretty big weekend.
Of sports, if you're an Alabama fan.
Also, this is going to be a very different podcast than the one you had last week with the mayor.
Well, y'all got the same poncho on, so
I do have. I am wearing Walt's poncho.
I wonder if he sweated in it.
It doesn't smell like Democrat, so.
Oh man! Did anybody watch
Getting off to a good start already?
I need a drink.
Well, before we get started, I got us some Mezcal poured here.
I'm ready.
Montelobos Mezcal.
I've never had it straight before. Nor has Matt.
I have not.
There's yours.
Looks like water. You sure it's not water?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to hit you.
Ooh, okay.
Get a little whiff off the nose.
Now, what kind of smell is that?
It's like it's hard to describe, like a vegetative, grassy kind of smell.
Yeah, it's a clean, but
Almost like I feel like maybe I just associate tequila and this type drink with lime, but I almost have a little bit of a lime hint there.
I could say that, yeah.
Roasted in an underground stone pit, fueled by encino and pine wood. So you get that little bit of that woodiness to it.
And where's this out of?
This is out of Oaxaca, Mexico.
Okay.
Here you go. Nose, fresh cut grass, wet soil, honey, ash.
Okay.
So that's the nose. Then
You
on the
said
taste, ash.
Okay.
Not ash.
We're not talking about your finger over here.
Then taste, sophisticated integration of roasted agave, herbicity, I think they made that word up, and smoke. The finish should be chocolate, green pepper, and burned wood. This is a staple downtown jalapenos. We go through a good bit of this every week.
What's your main drink that you make with this?
We make the Mezcal Dracaris with this one, the margarita that we light on fire.
Okay.
That's what's made with this one.
Okay. Well, let's do it.
See what you think. What y'all think?
It's way smoother than a tequila. Like
It's completely different, but
you kind of get that a little bit of a similar profile, but it's just smooth at the end. It doesn't burn.
Smokiness.
Yeah.
Say, Matt.
Yeah.
I think it is. I'm trying to figure out what flavor kind of. It's almost like a burnt.
I get the burnt wood at the end.
For sure.
Because tequila they cook it in the oven, where the mezcal they cook it in the earth. So you get that smokiness, woody.
Okay.
It's an acquired taste.
Clearly, Matt and I don't hate it. We just had another sip. So
At least you're sipping it. When Ryan got on here, he just fucking shot it. We talked.
he's a problem. We need to talk about Ryan Phillips for a minute.
Yeah, let's do it.
We talked at least for 20 minutes about sipping, enjoying, and try this, Ryan. Boom. Give me another one. We're like, dude, I just talked about it.
We just talked about it, and I think he did another one.
He
after
did,
that.
yeah.
I've been over to his house before to like watch football or something, and
probably drink.
yeah, I think that was the main thing. The football was just the other thing that happened to be going on, and yeah, I can hang out there for 30 minutes. I gotta go home. I ain't gonna be able to get home if I don't leave. You know.
Yeah, he did the same thing to me.
Yeah, and played with the cats and stuff.
Oh,
yeah, you got
the little dog.
Yeah,
the dog started crying while I was leaving.
wow, it's good that.
Did he take advantage of you?
I might have. I don't know. I need to talk to Hunter after this. He might need a support group for Ryan.
People that have been affected by Ryan Phillips.
Well, they're honey dicking us.
I love Ryan.
He's gonna love this show.
Yeah.
He knew I was coming on. He said he was going to be here for it. I thought y'all might have locked him out or told him it was a different day after last week.
We told him it was next Monday.
Okay. Maybe he meant he was going to come see me on Kip's show tomorrow.
There you go.
So you're going to be on Kip tomorrow.
Awesome.
All right, so I gotta admit, I have wanted to be on this show. Not your
dude.
show.
Yeah,
Kip's
yeah.
show,
Oh, I
clearly.
get that.
Yeah, appreciate that.
When y'all started, obviously I wanted to be on your show, but with Kip's show, I mean, he's had it since it was in. I remember when it was in McFarland Mall. Yeah. I remember when he had a co-host, and it was back when it was in McFarland Mall. It was like a between two ferns situation.
Yes. Wicker chairs.
Yeah,
the
wicker,
tall-ass wicker
and there
chairs.
might have still been a Wicker Palace in the mall at that point.
So.
And like, yeah, just the backdrop was amazing. And Kip is a huge basketball fan, which I'm sure we're going to talk about. But with me hosting the basketball show, I found out that Kip was a huge fan of the basketball radio show, and he messaged me last week. He's like, "When's the radio show starting back?" I'm like, it's going to be this coming Tuesday, which is tomorrow. And he's like, well, why don't you come on the show? And I'm like, oh my, because I always want it to be natural. Like I could have called
Right.
somebody and gotten on the show. That wasn't what it was about. I wanted Kip to want me on the show. And now, I mean, I called my mom when it happened. My mom and dad are his constituents. So I called my mom. I was like, Mom, Kip just asked me to be on Great Day Tuscaloosa, man. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Kip's a legend. I mean, he truly is a legend.
He was the weatherman when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like that was like everyone wants to talk about spam, which I got my own spam takes, but Kip Tyner was the weather guy that I grew up with. Yes, absolutely. I don't know that he definitely doesn't have a meteorological degree, but he's who we got the weather from.
I'm just wondering if did we make it because Hunter's on our show first, or are we down the bottom because he's on both of them?
I don't know.
We'll have to compare numbers.
Yeah, we will. We'll have to compare numbers.
Ours are confidential.
Oh, that's all right.
Except for this one, we'll let it out for this one. But I don't know if Kip does social media besides Facebook.
He only does Facebook.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, tomorrow's interview is going to turn into me interviewing Kip. Because I'm going to get, he thinks we're going to talk about basketball.
Right.
I'm going to talk about like cats, because he's got a plethora of them. The T-Town Python, I want to know more about that. If he was concerned about the cats at that time, like was he worried the python might get the cats?
Because that was in Alberta, man.
It was, right? Yeah, it was on his side of town.
Yeah.
He's going to be asking you, like, so with basketball.
He's going to want to know about Ryland Griffin. I'm like, wait.
What about Python?
Let's talk about the T-Town Python real quick.
And Walt brought the python.
He did. He brought her up on the show.
So, and I got accused. There was a T-Town Python account on Twitter. I don't know if you remember that.
I remember that.
And I got every time.
Was that you?
No, it was not me. Everybody
Was that you?
I promise it was not me. I'm not that smart. I'm not that witty. Like I got Richard Rush, one of my very good friends, like accused me of being the fake City of Tuscaloosa account. No, I'm not that smart.
That account's awesome.
It is great. It's a really good account.
There's a fake city. There's a fake city in Northport too. It's fantastic.
There was also a fake Kip Tyner account, which it was something. It hasn't been active in a while, but yeah, it was something too.
That was a good one. I remember that one too.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Can you get you a water or anything?
Nah, I'm not a bitch like Matt. I don't need a water.
Just called you out, man.
What's wrong with water? I like to cleanse the palate before I move over to some bourbon.
That's fair. I get that.
Yeah, we got some bourbon over there we can move on to. What do you think about the Mezcal Montelobos?
I like it a lot. I'll give it a. I wish it was somewhere between pretty damn good and effing amazing.
You just got to pick.
I've got my radio. So clearly I'm in radio mode now because I can't be in front of a microphone and use the F word. I'm not going to do it. It just can't happen.
Fucking don't do it then.
I know.
I got this. Look, you can say it. I just bleep it out.
I'm going to say it's pretty damn good.
Pretty damn good. What you think, Matt?
I agree with that. That's a thumbs up. Pretty damn good.
I give it a 2 thumbs up. Fucking amazing. But I'm a Mezcal guy.
You are.
Well, yeah, it's that's your stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like that's your thing.
And there's a lot of really. This one's more of an entry level Mezcal. This is like the Buffalo Trace of Mezcal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like entry level. You can get it pretty rare. I mean, not pretty rare, but pretty easily you can get it. It's kind of like you want to get into it. I want to say it's $32 a bottle, maybe something like that.
So is it like the Eagles of Mezcal, like entry level, like, or is it Mezcal for people who don't really like Mezcal, or is it like more of like the Stones, or?
Yeah, more like the Eagles. Just
okay, that's how you wet your feet.
Yeah,
because the Eagles are music for people who don't really like music.
Yeah, I hate
much.
the Eagles.
I do too.
So do you drink this? Because you're pretty versed in this.
No, I'm snob, so I drink fancy.
So you don't drink this. You only drink this. Because
I will drink it. Yeah. I like it. Just like Buffalo.
Because the gringos are on.
Yeah, just like Buffalo Trace. I'll drink it, but if I'm at home, I'm gonna go pull something fancier and drink because I'm a snob. That's what Matt calls me.
Yeah,
I can't have money.
And I love Buffalo Trace.
I do too.
It's not bad. So like at home, I got I think it's a 9-year age Montelobos. So this special bottle. I'll bring you some.
All right, while we're talking about bourbon and what we're drinking at home, what is your favorite, like, kind of not economical, but a high end bourbon, but like you're good with just sipping on at home?
That's a tough question.
Doesn't have to be super high end. Because for me, it's like a Basil.
You said economical at first.
Basil Hayden is like, to me, like pretty. I mean,
economical or high end?
Not high end.
Not high end. I got you.
Again, you're talking to a couple of poor folks over here.
I like this Old Soul we're fixing to try in a minute. It's really good.
Okay.
Not just because we had Case on here earlier, but
how much is that? You talking about this one?
I mean, that's my economical. I don't drink it because economical.
Yeah, I know.
You're not gonna
You're
you're not gonna like what I tell you. Like my just true economical bourbon is.
What's that? Some Jim Beam?
No, Benchmark.
That's not bad. Which one?
Benchmark is good.
Benchmark's good.
Yeah.
Which Benchmark? They have a foolproof Benchmark, which
It's just
is
the
fantastic.
The Benchmark Black Label. That's what they used to make happy hour old fashions with at Session, and that's what kind of got me in on it. I was like,
That's
"Dude,
a
this
good
is
bourbon.
good. dude."
It is good.
Now my dad he didn't have me drinking this when I was like 8. But my dad taught me about Canadian Mist and used to call it a poor man's crown.
Yeah.
Which I totally agree in that
Yep.
crowns. I mean, to me, it's not worth the price difference that you're getting from
Yeah.
a Canadian Mist to a crown.
Yeah.
Same way with like Pinnacle and Tito's. Like, Tito's is fine, but like Pinnacle isn't half as good as
Yeah,
Tito's.
I like some Crown Peach though. You ever had that one?
I don't think that I have.
Put Crown Peach, some Adictivo tequila, and a little bit of Grand Marnier.
I like Grandma.
It's called Addicted to the Booty. It's a drink I made. I hadn't released it into the public yet.
Well, now you have.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
Okay.
You're gonna have copycats out there.
Yeah, no, probably. So I would say Old Soul. That's a good entry level bourbon. They readily available. But my go-to is the one back there behind it. Matt, grab that one with the Old Soul.
Oh, yeah.
That's their 10 type series. It's allocated one, hard to come by.
Clearly, you like it.
You'll have to try that. You will.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll let you try that one before you leave, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. And I would say, what else? I like Jack Daniels, but like barrel proof Jack Daniels.
Okay.
I tried drinking regular Jack the other day, and I felt like alcoholic because it tastes like sweet tea.
And I hate Tennessee. Like, I'm not going to
Oh,
drink.
man, I hate Tennessee, but Jack Daniels is my jam, though.
Okay.
I give a little exception to that.
Okay.
What else? What else we got over here? Old Forester's always good.
Yeah, and I love it. Like at Session, they just use regular Old Forester.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever have any of the single barrel that Session got?
Yeah, that's really good.
It was very, very good, and it was a little bit of a bite. It was a
Yeah,
little
I
bit
think it was
harsh.
like in
It was
the
a
130s maybe?
Yeah, was it that high?
I think so.
I like to get like a really, really small ice cube. Like this, I would say get the smallest ice cube you
Yeah.
have, put that in there with it, and it would just cool it off.
I like one of the, it was at Buffalo Trace, one of the guys, when we toured over there, they were talking like I like drinking neat. No ice, no mixer, nothing. And he's like, the best way to drink bourbon is however the hell you like it. If you want to drink it with Pepsi, drink it with Pepsi. If you want to drink it with ice, drink it with ice. He's like, there's no right or wrong way.
Right.
However you like it. I was like, that's pretty cool.
I feel like sometimes ice kind of opens it up to make it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it does. But,
Well, you're not just tasting the burn.
and some
Yeah.
people put a little drop of water in it, just one little drop.
Yep.
But shooting it like Ryan does, no.
Yeah.
That's- We gave him, it was like a $40 shot of whiskey the other day. He just shot it. After we talked about it for 20 minutes.
Wait,
About sipping.
you
About sipping.
can't take him nowhere.
I mean, we talked
can't.
we talked about sipping, and then he was on some high horse about the troglodytes in Northport, and he just downed it.
The what?
Troglodytes.
That's what he calls.
That's
the
what the
city council.
City Council in Northport.
Oh, okay. Well, he lives in Northport.
He said
He
like
does.
old troglodytes, like caveman or something, or something like that.
And then, in full disclosure, I also live in
I
Northport.
do as well.
So and it was a big step for me to move over there because I hated County High growing up. Like the Central County High rivalry is still real to me. And then I just got a really good deal on a spot. I'm like, I can't. I'm gonna do this. And it's downtown Northport. I'm a 5-minute ride to downtown
nice.
Tuscaloosa.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
don't really count.
yeah. Might as well. Yeah, might as well be Tuscaloosa.
Me and Ryan live like 2 miles from each other. That's the OG Northport.
What? Like Clear Creek in that area? That's not OG Northport.
It is. That's where all the rednecks are.
That's where all the people who couldn't afford to live in Tuscaloosa are.
I know.
And I say that as some. I mean, I can't live in downtown Tuscaloosa.
Well, so what would you say, Les? Your go-to bourbons?
Buffalo Trace is always a go-to that I keep.
Obviously, you bought more today,
I did.
allegedly.
I went all the way to multiple ABC stores today.
Why? You couldn't find an Old Forester at
No,
Buffalo Trace, okay, sorry.
Because Old Forester's great.
Yeah.
But I do like the barrel pick, single
Yeah.
barrel stuff. Right now, my jam is Redwood Empire,
Some good stuff right there.
Okay, where's that out of?
California.
Northern California. We got a shout-out from them today.
Really?
Yeah, we reviewed this one, and it's great.
It is good.
What was the one that Walt liked?
That was the whiskeys, Dread River whiskeys.
Okay.
Which
I heard
which
he
is
really
great.
liked it.
Yeah.
And they make some fantastic products, too.
Okay.
They make whiskey, bourbon, rum, gin, tequila, vodka.
Okay.
They just came out with a veteran edition. They have a sergeant that's in the, I don't know, I'll screw this story up, but some kind of veteran. And he's actually learning to be a distiller. And he helped pick barrels. And they came out with like 700 bottles of it.
Okay.
It's really good.
Okay.
I saw it downtown today.
Should have got you one. I got 2 of them.
Of course you did.
I'll let you try some. Well,
It's a little above my price point.
It's good though. And I actually did buy this weekend. Blackened Metallica has their own whiskey called Blackened. You heard of that?
I have. I think I got.
Oh, I hadn't seen it. They actually they age it with sonic technology. They play a sound list of Metallica
While it's aging?
While it's aging, it's supposed to like vibrate the liquid to put it in and out of the wood quicker. Some kind of
So
super
if
agent.
if one is playing, is it going to be like a really sad?
Sad whiskey make you want to cry.
just wanna-
So they had a special edition with Rabbit Hole. I think it was $150 a bottle, one of the allocated ones. I bought it. I was going to bring it on here to try, and me and Buddy Todd drank the whole damn bottle watching the Auburn game. So
I mean, if I had had the hard stuff, I think I mainly stuck to beer and wine during the Iron Bowl. But if I'd had the hard stuff,
it was intense.
yeah.
And you didn't go this year.
First
Didn't
one
go.
I've missed since 2006. The only one that I've missed in Auburn, other than 1989, which I was 4 then. That was the first one they ever played down there. I've been to every one in Auburn since then. But I was like, pretty much the reason I didn't go is there's only thing that'll happen is I'll be disappointed because if I expected to beat the crap out of them,
Right.
and I do kind of feel like I missed something incredibly special. But I would have been so mad.
probably would have left.
I probably would have left.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were towards the end like, let's get the hell out of here. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be here. People are trying to. My daughter went. Said people were trying to get ready to rush the field. All the students were running down, getting ready, being obnoxious, saying, "Fuck you, Alabama fans! Fuck y'all! Y'all lost." And then they said the whole crowd just got silent.
Love to see it turn on its head like that. You really hate to see it for all those Barners, though. But yeah,
Not really.
And then the crowd reaction shots, man.
Epic.
It was epic.
I'm sure that people I was watching with thought I was freaking nuts because like a crying person would come on the screen. Let me get a shot of this. Let me get it.
It was
and it's the
all
same
over
people you
Twitter.
saw the whole game that were just
Oh, yeah.
ecstatic.
in your face.
Absolutely,
apart.
absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I just poured some Old Soul. This is their small batch high rye bourbon whiskey out of Jackson, Mississippi. Fantastic product.
Yeah. And this is their entry level stuff.
Yeah, that's their
right?
entry level. Yeah.
Which is crazy. You think this is great until you start moving up their thing, and it is great. But once you start moving up their line,
That's
it
good.
is-
It doesn't have a ton of bite.
No, it's real smooth. Tastes like sweet tea.
I wouldn't go that far.
Maybe some sour sweet tea.
I love it.
Yeah, it's just like Milo sweet tea right here. Yeah.
Always been a big fan of them. Yeah, after the
Look at that cup.
Oh yeah, Old Soul. After the Auburn win, before Saban was even on the field, my buddy Todd was outside shooting fireworks in the middle of Northport.
Wait, what? Before we won?
No, like we scored the touchdown,
Yeah.
then they threw the interception.
Right.
As soon as they threw the interception, like he
He's-
ran outside to start shooting fireworks off.
So did we not score on that interception?
So I thought that we did initially, and it wasn't until yesterday that I saw that Terrion Arnold did step out.
Step out. It looked like he might have.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it would have been. That was a big They would have the Alabama over would have hit.
Yeah.
But there were some mega
yeah.
gambling implications
Some
on that.
football squares. I
Yeah.
didn't hit either way, but I was like, if you would have hit, you
yeah.
won a bunch of money, then they took it out. Like I would have sucked.
I don't really gamble much anyway, but I
gambling's
can't.
bad.
I can't gamble on Alabama athletics. I care too much already.
Yeah, there's too
and
much.
I'm not, and I care too much also to do a hedge bet, like an emotional
yeah. Oh,
hedge,
yeah.
to bet against, because then I'm not gonna be because I'm gonna be cheap anyway. Like
Yeah, I don't gamble at all.
Abortion?
People calling me out. Never.
I do wish we had legalized gambling.
I mean, of course.
But it's happening
would-
anyway.
exactly.
It's
exactly.
happening big time.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, when I went to, I guess it was Nashville last year for the SEC basketball tournament, and even 2 years prior when we went up to Indianapolis for the NCAA tournament, that was the first time I'd ever done DraftKings or anything like that. It was so much fun.
it was fun. A lot of fun.
And I had Cecil Hurt with me, and I'm like, Cecil, which again I was granted one of the smartest people in the world to kind of get a little knowledge out of it. I'm like, Cecil, what you think about Laura Roberts? Plus 11 in this game. He'd be like, I kind of like it. I think they might get after Arkansas. And then boom, it hits. I'm like, let's go.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's definitely fun.
Yeah, it makes all the games a little more interesting.
I would
Just
totally
like you said,
agree.
like money wise, like going to SEC championship in Atlanta. I'm gonna buy some lotto tickets. I'm gonna buy some scratch off. I'm probably gonna go.
I hope
try
my dad doesn't listen to this because he's gonna find out that I'm going and want me to get lottery
get
tickets
some.
on
I
my way
don't
over
like
there.
doing the number lotto because it's such a hard ass chance to win. I like to scratch off.
I mean, I like the scratch also. No, my dad. My
got
dad.
my kids addicted
My
to
dad.
it.
My dad will call me about what you up to. He's like, I'm driving over to Mississippi.
Get some
I'm
scratch
like,
offs. I got some scratch offs on my desk at home. I gotta take to Mississippi. It's just fun.
What, you bring
It
them
is
home and
fun.
scratch them off?
Yeah.
I guess
the fun-
that looks a lot less degenerate than just doing it in the store.
Well, I got my buddy to bring them to me.
Okay.
But sometimes, like, actually, one time we went to Atlanta for, I think I told you this part of the story earlier with Fitzgerald in Fitzgerald, Washington.
Yeah.
And we were coming back, like, let's hop into some lotto tickets. Okay. So in the car, he's driving, I'm sitting there, I won $20. Can you pull over?
At another.
A couple miles down the road, pulls over, get in the car, scratching. Can you pull over here? And he's like, scratch every one of them off, not pulling over
Took
again.
you 6 hours to get back from Atlanta.
I was like, that's the fun of it, Fitz. Come on, man. Just keep driving.
It wasn't fun.
It wasn't fun for him. He was ready to get home.
I like doing that, though. I just scratch him when we're driving down the road. Or
Oh, hell.
God, let's go get
That
some
gray shit all in his car and all.
adrenaline rush.
Well, with the amount that y'all are paying me to do this podcast, you can just increase a little bit and I'll get you some lotto
Get
tickets.
some lotto
Okay?
tickets.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going, so I'm going to buy my own. I'm going to scratch him in the game and be like, we score? Roll Tide.
Because I would just scratch them and tell them that none of them won.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
You didn't win nothing.
Then you'll see on the news, Hunter, big jackpot he won.
That would be
big
that would be
jackpot.
nice. It would be nice. Alabama would have a new basketball arena. And
Is that ever happening?
It's going to happen eventually.
Okay.
You just got to.
Interest rates need to come down.
And building supplies are just out the roof,
it's
as
stupid
you
prices.
probably are aware
Maybe,
right now. But yeah, that, and I think it's going to take like one big donor coming in and saying like they want the naming rights or whatever, and putting up the $30 million or whatever that's going to take, and then that'll kind of get the ball rolling. But I mean, I know there's stuff happening, but then you've got the whole NIL thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which what I was about to say is I used to say if I won the lottery, we'd have a new basketball arena and we would win a national championship in basketball, but we would promptly go on probation because I would just be brazen about it. But now with NIL, like, yeah, they can't do anything about it. Like, it's great.
Exactly.
I guess the city of Tuscaloosa took the Mercedes, so they're off the table.
Yeah, and that was kind of what I was thinking. Mercedes Arena, freaking Walt. Walt's a UAB fan anyway, though.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's going to be good for the amphitheater, though.
It will be good. Yeah, and so we can get Travis Tritt even more.
I sent him all the stuff on Twitter. He never replied to me.
Travis Tritt?
Yeah, all the stuff with Ryan. I kept sending him the videos.
I got blocked by Travis Tritt on Twitter.
You too?
What?
So it's like you and Ryan both got blocked.
He got blocked too?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just responded to one of his. This was back when he was like, it was.
That's cool.
We are kind of two peas in a pod, I guess. It was like during COVID, and he's just like anti anything that's at all to try to keep people safe. And there's that glamour shot of him.
Yeah.
Is that what got Ryan too?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I just replied to him with that and just like boom, blocked. Like, and I like Travis Tritt's music. Like, I feel like I can't go to see him live now. Like,
Right.
Although, unless Walt was to get me some tickets.
I feel bad. I'm going to send that to him tonight, see if I get blocked. I feel bad.
The glamour shot.
It is hilarious.
Look at
It
Boozy-
is.
look at
Like,
Boozy
I think I
Spirits
said
blocked.
something like when you got rice cooking in the microwave and it's him like just with like, just made
I wonder
up.
who did that.
I don't know, but it's phenomenal. And it wouldn't be hard
Right,
to
I know.
do. There's like apps that you can make that kind of stuff with.
I'm getting blocked by him tonight.
Get
My
blocked by Travis Tritt.
my-
Love to have, goals and love to accomplish them.
So when's Greg coming? Byron, did you say
I thought he was coming with you.
I thought he was coming.
I can talk to Greg about it. I mean, I don't think it's totally out of. I mean, Greg's a nice guy. Greg's a
he's
really good
he is.
dude.
He
He is
super
the
nice guy.
hardest working AD.
Yeah, we
Yes.
saw him at one of the football games. I was with daughter and one of her friends. I was like, hey, that's the Greg Bryant's athletic director. Like, hey, Greg, can you get a picture? Yeah, absolutely. Came over, Roll Tide, said hey to them. They're like, that's so cool.
It was 2019 Bama LSU game. Me and the girls going to the game we're walking around outside the stadium, and I see Greg walk by, and I go, "What's up, Greg?" And he walks up and goes, "What's up, Hunter? How's it going?" Da da da. And that was it. So then, like Monday, Ross Dellinger, SI writer, was apparently following Greg for the entire day, and in his story, he was talking about how like Greg's all about the people. At one point, we were walking around outside the stadium, and this young man, which I was appreciate him saying, young man, comes up and says, "Hey, what's up, Greg?" And he's like, without a stop, he just goes, "What's up, Hunter?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, it's me. I'm that Hunter." And then,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just really appreciative that I was called young.
I've been blowing him up on Twitter trying to get him, so he'll facilitate that. That's how I got Walt.
Really?
Yeah, I was drunk and I was like, I'm going to send Walt a message. And
Were
he's
you-
like,
were
I think that might be how you got me.
probably. I think both of them. I hadn't got Greg yet, though. So.
I think we can make. I feel like Greg might be a little more easy to get during the summer.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, if you could get Greg and Regina here, that would be.
Yeah. I mean, and Saban. Yeah. Hey, shoot.
I don't know if you get Saban.
Shoot high.
Nate doesn't drink.
Does Greg drink?
I don't think much.
Yeah.
But you don't have to drink to come on the show.
You don't, but it helps.
It does help. It's helping me.
It does. We got non-alcoholic stuff we can get. We get some non-alcoholic.
In January, we need to do some non-alcoholic.
Are you doing dry January?
Hell no.
No.
Do I look like a quitter?
I didn't think you were. I did it for 2 weeks in 2020, and look what happened. Freaking pandemic.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Never again.
Yeah, I can't do that.
A pastor said he was telling me, he's like, you got to do a sober October, and I was like, I'm not a quitter. He's
Well,
like, okay,
also,
whatever.
October? No, absolutely not. Like if they-
Halloween and I mean,
No.
the problem is like any month that you pick, I'm gonna find something.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I really like to have a
January we
beverage
got
during
national
that.
championship.
Exactly.
Probably.
National championship, Super Bowl, or not Super Bowl's not, but like you got NFL
Playoffs,
going on,
yeah.
and then I got people coming in town for basketball games.
Yeah.
Like, I got to meet them at
Yeah.
session. I got to
you gotta put on
they're,
a face.
they're sponsoring the show. I got to be there. And
We got February. We got Chocolate Day, Valentine's.
is it? Yes.
so yeah, there's always a reason to not be able to stop.
Have you ever been to session and Hunter not be there?
I've only been a few times, but he's always been there.
Same.
It's fair. Look,
I thought he worked there.
I did too, but he was
I-
on
so-
the wrong side of the bar, and I'm like, dude,
I have worked there.
have you
There you
worked
go.
there?
I have worked 2 shifts there.
Okay.
I worked on Halloween, not Halloween, graduation.
That's completely different.
It is a very, very different.
It looked like Halloween.
And,
all these kids
and
coming
now
in.
I sound like I was already at session before I got here. I was not, though, in the interest of full disclosure. But no, it was graduation weekend, and a bunch of their door guys, like the host, because the door guy essentially hosts and brings you in and sits
Yeah.
you down and is in charge of
Which is a cool thing about sessions, that it makes it more personal and
Exactly.
a little
It
more
does.
exquisite. That, hey, how many people you got? Like,
Right.
I'm going to drink. They're like, how many people you got? I'm like,
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
going to the bar. How many people you got, sir? I'm like, well, this is one of those places.
Exactly. And so
should wear my nice britches.
So a bunch of the door guys or their girlfriends were graduating. So they needed somebody to work from 3 to 8 Friday afternoon. And I was like, I've been here enough. I can do
Yeah.
that. And so they just give me the kind of rundown of what to do. Well, we're at capacity at like 3:45. So I'm like just doing the numbers on our thing. Like, all right, if I get these people in here, I can get these people. I'm trying to stay at 98% capacity all day.
Nice.
And I mean, I was thinking like when I got done, I'd be like, oh, I'll go have a drink probably. No, I was worn. Ed wore my ass
Yeah, you
out.
don't wanna do nothing.
I went to dinner and I went home. Like I could not. I was tired.
I'm putting that on my notes. Call Hunter if I need hostess jalapenos. Busy time.
Hey, for a certain for a
all the
certain
college girls are
Graduation weekend.
for a certain amount of pork belly tacos, that could probably happen.
You could pay people in pork belly tacos. I mean, they are
I
the
had
best.
one guy, I won't say his name, a long time ago, it was a few years. He's like, hey, you need a security or door guy? I'm like, no, not really. He's like, you can pay me in weed and Jaeger. I'm like,
It was actually Ryan Phillips.
it wasn't Ryan, but it was pretty close to Ryan. I started laughing. He's like, no, I'm serious. You can pay me in weed and Jaeger. I'm like, I'll call you if I need somebody. Like,
You don't have to tax that stuff. It's not like payroll.
He didn't say he didn't do it.
he was dead serious. Full disclosure, did not do it. Cause,
So back to
well, I still got his number if y'all need it.
back to me being at session. I would say 3 to 4 days a week.
Okay.
Weekdays, I go and I have 2 or 3 old fashions at 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I go home. If I always say, if you see me there if I'm there past 9,
Oh, yeah.
no, I don't need to be there.
Which
So
is fair.
what bourbon do they put in the old fashioned?
It's Old Forester.
Okay.
They were doing Four Roses for a while. They just switched back, which I like the Old Forester better. The Four Roses is a little bit sweet for me because it's already a sweet drink. But I've really gotten where I mix it up there a lot. I like a Vucare. I went to a really cool bar in Nashville for the SEC tournament last year, and this was what kind of broadened my horizons. Because I used to just go to session and just get old fashions.
Yeah.
We went to this place called Attaboy. It's in East Nashville. They have one location in Nashville, one location in New York. Like every drink's like $15. They cut their own ice. They don't have a menu. And the guy just asked, like, what do you like? And I'm just like, well, I typically like an old fashioned. So make me your riff on an old fashioned. So I went from that, and I was like, well, I also like a Vucare. You want to try that? And he's like, if you like these 2 drinks, you're gonna love this. And he recommended a Green Point, which is
Heard
like
of that.
rye, yellow chartreuse. I can't remember what, all the things that are in it, but it's served up like a Manhattan, and it's like it's bitter, but it's like my go-to drink now. It's like when my last drink at session is
yeah.
generally going to be a Green Point.
You try that
Genepi
one.
has Genepi in it also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fancy stuff.
I need to write this down.
Yeah, that's our sophisticated system of
Yeah, write it down on a napkin.
napkin. That's our napkin system.
What's it called? Green Point?
Green Point.
Some
I like green.
That's on their regular menu?
No, but they know how to make it. Just
Okay,
because
okay.
I got back from Nashville, I was like,
I got you.
I need to figure out
Okay.
how to make a green point.
That's
And
what
then
I didn't
me-
think I've ever seen it before.
And
on the
then
menu.
yellow chartreuse is really, really hard to come by now.
And
So-
the green chartreuse as well.
Right.
It's almost
The
impossible.
green chartreuse is a little bit easier than the yellow. But me and Quadim, the operating partner at Session, had to go out to Tahoe for a wedding back in June, and he got a bottle, and he like just used it for my green
I
points.
remember he posted a
That's
picture of
awesome.
that online, I think.
And
He's
I
like-
probably went to that bottle a little bit quicker than I would have. Yeah.
I remember on his social media, he posted, like, I got these 4 bottles. It was like shit I have never even heard of.
Right. Yeah. You can get. They have a lot. I mean, I guess better liquor laws, or just easier to get stuff out there.
I mean, when you go to Atlanta on Saturday, you can get shit you can't get in Alabama.
Right.
So, besides lotto
Besides lottery
Yeah.
tickets, yes.
Lotto tickets, get some good booze, watch Alabama beat the shit out of Bulldogs.
We'll see.
That's the goal.
I maintain cautious optimism. I think we can beat them.
I don't know, that run defense is pretty scary. Auburn ran all over us.
Yeah. And if they're smart, they're going to come in and just like try to pound us.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I think that if we play well, we can beat them.
I agree.
And we sure as hell didn't play well
No.
this past week.
What's
so.
the line?
I think it's
5?
Like, it's like 5.
For Georgia.
I think essentially the prediction with you, if you look at the over-under, is like 29-24. So, I mean, it can happen. I'm going. I'm back on the train, even though I skipped out on Auburn. I'm back and I'm going.
Y'all cheer them on.
What are
be a
you going to
good
be
game.
doing?
I'll be in Houston.
Ah,
Thought
Chilling.
you're going to Beaumont.
I got to fly to Houston, though, and then I might stay there a little bit.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, I'll be in Beaumont.
okay.
Should go to Austin, Texas. When you going?
Wednesday.
Thursday in Austin, Texas, they're having the Cybertruck Rodeo event at Tesla.
Oh, okay.
That's when the Cybertruck's coming out.
Are you serious?
I didn't get fucking invited, even though I own Tesla and shares of Tesla.
Did you get one of the Cybertrucks?
Yeah, I pre-ordered it 2 years ago.
I remember when that was
like $100 for a pre-order.
Yeah.
So
So when are they available?
no idea.
Okay.
Thursday they're having the delivery
They,
event.
I mean, let's be honest. They look hideous.
I fucking love it. Giovanni tells me it looks like a refrigerator.
It looks awful.
It does look
I
awful.
absolutely
Yeah.
love it. It's badass.
Do you?
Yeah, I absolutely love it.
I'm learning more and more about you.
Big
now.
fan.
Yeah.
I'll tell Giovanni, like, look at this off-road video they released.
So
or
what's
look at
the
this.
towing capacity on that?
They just released some numbers on it. I want to say it was 12 to 14,000 pounds.
Okay.
And it had like a 0 to 60 in 3 or 4 seconds. Something insane for a truck.
Okay.
It's going to be badass.
You going to get a towing package on it?
No, I don't tow shit. Just liquor for the restaurant, which I didn't go over there today. I got sidetracked. That's part of I handle all the liquor at Jalapeno, so do all the ordering and picking up.
Yeah, you were
and
telling me
delivering.
about how you go and get it all out of state and then bring it in.
Oh, yeah. That's
He
on the
gets it in
side.
Mississippi.
Yeah, again, I wish. That's one stupid thing. Like, say, just making up Alabama, $29. You go to Mississippi, that same bottle, $19. You're like, really? Like, man, Alabama.
And I'll generally, if I'm going to like Kentucky or something, I'll always stop there. Or
Oh, yeah,
Louisiana.
Yeah, get something good.
Yeah.
And they just, talking about ABC, get me on a soapbox. They just, we have our Don Julio pick we did. Seen that?
I did see that, yes.
Okay, so we picked the whole barrel, had 247 bottles, 750 milliliter bottle. They just redone the law where for a restaurant, we can only sell 375 bottle. Like milliliters. So I was like, so that cuts us out of doing any barrel picks anymore.
Right.
Because they don't make 375 bottles on a barrel pick.
Right.
So I emailed.
So why would they even...
Just stupid. Which
Just so they can dominate the...
Yeah, like it's so
Barrel
it
picks, too?
wouldn't affect Sessions because they're not a restaurant.
Right.
But they can still do it, but it affects me because I'm a restaurant. Mm-hmm. So I emailed Montgomery today, and the guy said, this is the first I've heard of this. I'll look into it for you. I'm like, they don't even know about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's going to look into it, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's going to because I'm persistent motherfucker.
Yeah, you are.
I know you messed me like 3 times about coming on the pod.
I'm trying to get... So Friday, we're going to Whiskey Myers concert in Birmingham.
Okay.
Send them tons of messages. I'm like, hey, I got a podcast. They actually have a whiskey called Uncle Chicken's.
Okay.
Not in Alabama. Not available here, of course. So I was like, hey, it'd be cool if I can come on there, blah, blah. So their manager or somebody said, hey, they're already booked up. I'm sorry. If something changes, I'll let you know. Okay.
Hey, maybe it'll change.
So I sent them another email a couple weeks later. Hey, anything changed? No, they're still booked up. Okay, cool.
So you
I
send them another one
So I
today?
sent them another this morning. Hey, the week of, I got all this equipment. I can bring it to the Alabama Theater. Literally, it'd be something totally different. It's not, corporate thing. And I hadn't heard from him, so I emailed him again this afternoon.
Never know. By God, he is persistent.
All
I'm
right.
persistent.
What do you think about this old soul?
No,
I
you haven't
like-
tried that one yet. We tried that one.
No, I've already
Oh,
had.
that's right.
Yeah, so I had.
Dumbass.
What did I have? I had this. I had the
Yes,
Old
yeah.
Soul. I'm gonna also.
We've
Go,
rated it, so
I'm also gonna go pretty damn good.
That's a good one. Yeah, we can give him the rest of that one. I got more at home.
So now we got the Russell's Reserve.
And I've had the Russells.
Give 'em-
Single barrel.
Yeah,
Give
I
him
have
some of the
not-
other Old Soul first before we get into the Russells.
Already.
Yeah, we'll give him a little red cup.
I haven't
That
had.
way you can compare the two Old
I
Souls.
haven't had the
Okay,
Russell's single
okay.
barrel. I've had the Russell's 10-year.
Yep.
I think didn't I bring you these Russells?
It's a good sound.
I bought the 10-year. I think you did bring
Yeah, I
me.
bought that one because
Yes.
I don't like it.
Really?
You don't like the single barrel?
Not a big fan of
Well,
Russells.
why did you let me pick it?
Because you're a guest.
Okay.
Wait till you try this. So this is, let's see, this is 7-year aged. What proof this come in? 122 proof. It's the same mash bill as the first Old Soul, it's just aged a little longer, different part of the rick house. So this is like their allocated, comes out once a year in December. This one came out, what year is that one, Matt? 2022 release.
Okay. Which one should I try first?
Try that one first, though.
Try your red
Since
Solo.
you just had the regular Old Soul, compare it against the two.
Clearly a little bit higher proof, but does not have the bite that you
super
would.
smooth for that
Incredibly
proof.
smooth
Yes.
for, what was that, 110?
122.
Ooh.
That
Didn't
is
It
taste
probably,
doesn't taste like that.
No.
that is probably hands down one of my top 3 bourbons. Like I'll put that against Pappy, anything, Stag. That's definitely up there. So much so, Hunter. I went to ABC McFarland. They had 8 bottles.
You buy all of them?
I bought all 8 of them. The girl freaked out. She's like, "This is $800." I was like, "I don't care. Put it on a credit card." Like she's like, "I was like, you got more? I'll buy more." She's like, "I ain't got no more. That's it." That's one of my favorite ones.
It is.
And
good.
this year they're coming out with a 9-year version. They only get 60 bottles in Alabama though.
All right, now I'm going with the Russells.
Now
I
we-
feel like it's going to be like a downgrade.
That's why 6 says downgrade. I feel like I should go home to a trailer.
Yeah, that was a lot better. This was, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, that's effing amazing.
See, change the rating on it. Now, this is good, but
It is good. It's super smooth.
This one's somewhere between. I think it's just because that was so good that now.
Oh, I agree. Once I tasted that was great. But then when we got to this, I was like,
can I go back?
yeah, it's hard to
Give me a little redwood.
watch your mouth.
So talk. All right, you brought up the ABC store at Farlam,
Oh my gosh,
and when
sore spot there.
when I was in college, I grew up Baptist and ended up becoming Presbyterian when I got to college. And my grandmother used to tell me it was only because I wanted to drink, which
There's probably some truth
probably
to
a
that.
little bit of truth in that. But we went to a church that had for communion they used port wine. I had never had port wine in my life,
And
and
we just use grape juice.
yeah,
You need to tell Jeremy about
Presbyterian Jeremy Burge.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to have Jeremy on here. Get me and Jeremy on here at
I
the
love
same
Jeremy.
time. Jeremy's awesome.
I love Jeremy.
Jeremy's a fantastic guy. Jeremy went to Central. He was several years older
Yeah,
than me,
yeah.
but he went to Circlewood, and I went to Ridgecrest,
Oh,
and we
big-
did a lot of stuff together.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Cool.
Anyway,
I love Jeremy.
Anyway, so the ABC store at McFarland used to sell Taylor port wine for like $5 a bottle, and now. Did it give you a hangover? Absolutely. But there was no cheaper way to like get ready to go out to the bars than drink a bottle of Taylor port wine. You were feeling right.
Yep.
Now you would throw up at some point, but it was. And I still like. I don't like a tawny. I don't like a really good port. Generally,
yeah.
like I need a crappy ruby port, and that's my favorite thing to drink after dinner.
You ever had Angel's Envy?
I have not.
They finished that in a port wine barrel, so you probably like
No,
that.
I
one.
have had some that have been finished in port wine barrels before,
That one's
and
better.
also I have a Bible study tonight, and so I'm going to need y'all
Oh,
not to get
tonight?
me. Yes, at 7:00.
You wanna take some of this with you?
I don't think that's right either. I
You
don't
can
think I
take
said.
you can take the Angel's Envy. It's port wine barrel.
That is true.
We'll get another bottle. It'll be worth it.
So what are y'all studying right now?
Book of John.
Okay.
And I'd never done a Bible study on John. It's been really, really good.
I love a Bible study that studies each book.
Right to go, yeah,
'Cause
just
you
go-
get-
yeah, exactly like to go through an entire book, and
That's what I like about talking about Jeremy at Capstone Church. We go book by book.
And Jeremy's not what I love about Jeremy, and I'll listen to some of Jeremy's sermons.
Yeah.
He's not, and Jeremy, he really is a dear friend. I love having a pastor who's not a friend who's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
my pastor,
Yes.
but like I can bounce stuff off of. But yeah, Jeremy's sermons are also, that's where my family goes to church.
Okay, awesome.
And he's like, we talk once a week. I think we talked Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
I went to the way that we like kind of got reconnected was I tweeted out 2015. Like we knew who each other were and we fought each other on Twitter, but we hadn't hung out or anything. And I tweeted out like, "Hey, looking for a couple of Iron Bowl tickets, preferably lower level, of course." Yeah. And I get a DM from Jeremy like, "Hey, you want to go to the game with me and my wife?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." So sat next to him for the 2015 Iron Bowl, awesome. And then ever since then we've just like kept in touch.
Super cool guy, down to earth.
Absolutely.
I was going to tell you the story off air, but I'll go ahead and tell you now since you mentioned listen to his I call him podcast, but listen to his sermons. So we were going to a different church, and I met Jeremy at the gym at Element Fitness. So I started listening to his sermons because I like listening to podcasts and sermons when driving around town. So then we ended up changing churches, and then this is what I pretty much got it memorized. This is what I texted him during the COVID stuff. I was like, "Hey, brother," I was like, "it's pretty cool how God works." I met you at gym, started listening to your sermons. Because, like you said, you met him, like, I want to see what he's about. I like listening to him, just got a good voice. He's easy to connect with. Like, helped us grow in Christ, move churches, because we were kind of drifting away, kind of moved to you.
Right.
And then now I'm sitting at home in my living room in my pajamas, watching you on TV because some crazy motherfucker ate a bat. He just said, "I love you, brother."
And and also I would say that Jeremy's the type of guy you could send that to, and he's gonna like.
That's why everybody's like, "You sent that to your pastor?" I'm like, "Yeah,
absolutely, I did."
That's who I am. That's who I am. Like, I'm not trying to change, but
That's the kind of pastor you want.
Yeah, he also didn't chastise me or something. He's like, "Man, I love you, brother. Thank you for that."
You want a pastor who's going to call you to be better and to be a more godly person, but who's not going to ever like get. I mean, you said a bad word in a text,
holier than thou kind of crap.
Right? Like I've said worse on Twitter before for sure. And
have you?
Yeah, I think so. And pretty much every pastor I've ever had has followed me on Twitter.
So what is your handle on Twitter for those that don't know?
Do I have to tell the whole story now?
Yes.
All right. So I am now Burner L. Johnson. The reason for this is that I used to be Hunter L. Johnson, and this is such a long story, but whatever. All right. So in 2021,
we're here for it.
In 2021, all the way back to like 2017, Tennessee gets a commitment from this quarterback named Hunter Johnson. And I'm like, this could end up being like a problem for me.
Yeah.
And I even tweeted him like, this could end up posing issues for me one day. Well, he ends up decommitting from there.
But it was Tennessee.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, let's fuck Tennessee.
He ends up...
that was our first episode, fuck Tennessee, actually.
So he decommits from there.
Second episode.
Decommits from there and goes to Clemson. Is it Clemson for a few years? And then he transfers to Northwestern. So he's at Northwestern. This is August 2021. And he gets named the starter there. Well, he doesn't even have a Twitter account. So I didn't ask for this. I didn't.
Is that because he was poor in Tennessee?
I don't know what it was.
They don't have internet there.
There's been many times that I've wished that I did not have a Twitter account, so I kind of feel him there. But he gets named the starter. Well, like he's in like the sport business school there. Well, the official Northwestern University Business School, like, says congrats to @Hunter L. Johnson on winning these, because he doesn't have a Twitter. So when you type Hunter Johnson, that's mine comes up because I had like 19,000 followers or whatever at the time. So my name's the first that comes up, and then all these like blue check lib journos up in like
Ryan Phillips.
Yeah, like Ryan Phillips up in Indianapolis and whatnot. They start like tweeting at me saying like congratulations on winning the job, and finally I'm like, I'm just gonna play into it, Like let's. And so I just start.
I would.
I just start quote tweeting it like, "Thanks, appreciate it so much." And then another one did it, and I went even further with it. And I was like, "Thanks so much. After seeing the way that Dabo handled COVID, I just knew like that wasn't the place for me. It's so glad that I found a good spot." And then so where I flew too close to the sun was I changed my bio to QB1 at Northwestern.
Oh, you did?
I did.
It happens.
I did. And then like the next day,
Were you sober when you did that?
He was not.
I was not sober. But,
I've been there before.
so I get a notification Twitter, your account is suspended. I'm like, oh, okay, like I can probably get that back. And then no, you can absolutely not get it back.
This is pre-Elon, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But so I just like I just like created another one, so I became Burner L. Johnson. And what I'd like to say is, we built back better. I think we built back better in that I am now above what my follower count was at the time.
Awesome.
So yeah,
You had to start all over.
I started from nothing.
You should probably tweet Elon, see if you can get that other one open back up.
I kind of want to stick with Burner now.
Yeah, but you could have 40,000 followers.
I think there's probably a large overlap there.
It doesn't matter. It's still times 2.
But no, I was really fortunate in that like Tuscaloosa Thread did a story about it. Ryan Phillips never did a story about it. Come on, Ryan. AL.com did. And then having Cecil was still around, was still with us at that time, and like let people know that I was back, and so that kind of like built it back up.
That's what we need, Matt. We need somebody to let us know we're here.
I agree.
I'm going to help out with that.
We're trying to build our following. It's slowly getting there, but we've only done it a few weeks. So
I've mentioned him twice already, I think, but like the best guest you could have ever had in the seat would have been Cecil Hurt. I don't know that he would have had anything to drink. He might have had a glass of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You could have talked to that dude about literally anything. It could have gone 3 hours, or he could have gotten tired of it and it could have gone 3 minutes. But y'all could have talked about any freaking thing. That was one of the best things about being friends with him. Is like everybody was like, "Oh, we almost talked about sports so much." I was like, "Not really." Like we would talk about like the sabbatical he took in Southeast Asia for a year. Like, oh, you lived in Bali? Like, oh, that's different.
That is
Yeah.
That's kind of like Ryan Phillips a little bit. Go talk to Ryan like, "Hey, let's talk about Mezcal. Let me tell you about this other thing first."
Yeah, like
6 hours later.
So I've been listening to this Dropout Truckers album, and I want to tell you about it. Okay. I was like, yeah, I know Dirty South. I know it.
Ryan sends us Spotify shit every day.
Every day.
I feel bad. He's going to listen to this too, and I feel
He's
bad.
gonna get
He
kicked
would
out of
send
it.
me a lot. He used to send me a lot, and I think he would send him at 12:15 a.m.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting up the next morning. I'm getting in the shower, man. Like I can't listen to this right now. I got my routine. I'm listening to my podcast on the way to work, and so
love it.
I feel like kind of an asshole now. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Ryan, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You know he loves it. He loves all of it.
He does. He'll do the same thing at 12 o'clock, and I'll be asleep, and I'll
we'll give him a hard
respond
time.
at 4:30 when I get up, and he's
You get
probably
up at
asleep.
4:30.
Oh,
I text Matt
Most
like
of the time.
8 o'clock. Hey, did you make it home? 3:35 a.m. Yes. Like, okay, thank you.
So what's your sleep schedule then?
I usually go to bed about 11:30. Wake up 5:30.
My goal is to but pre-COVID, I had gotten it really good. I was in bed at like, unless there was like a Thursday night, a football game going late, I was generally in bed by about 9:45 and up at 6 and ready to,
It's perfect.
It's great.
Yeah.
COVID ruined it.
Oh yeah, I
I didn't have to be anywhere. I could sleep until 7:55 and then just throw on like whatever and be on a Zoom call.
So you've been in commercial real estate for a while. Mm-hmm. You miss media at all?
A little bit, but I feel like I still get to be a part of it. I do miss kind of the grind of the sales. Like commercial real estate's a very different sales. Was that crickets? Did we get crickets right there?
I'm just fucking with you.
Okay.
You miss the sales part of it?
I kind of miss the grind, man.
Really?
There's a little bit of it.
But you're a salesman. I mean, you
Yeah.
truly are a salesman.
And it's like, to me, there's kind of a competitive aspect to it too. Like, and I played baseball in high school and for a very quick minute in college.
Nice.
And I miss that kind of competitive thing. Like, and the anticipation of like going into a sales call. Like, I will say, like, the one time that I ever tried to sell to Eat My Beats just got shot down so damn quick. Like, I send an email trying to get a trade deal done.
I hate trade deals.
I bet you do. We're just trying to get something.
Fucking beat my meats.
And then he's just, that's probably what I called him after I got that email back. I didn't know that. I didn't.
That's what my dad calls
Was it
it.
from me?
Yeah, no, it might have been from Dickie. I think it was from you, though.
It's probably from me.
Yeah.
But my response was, we don't advertise with anybody.
Yeah,
But we
well,
don't.
but no, I think he was like, we're not interested in trade. You pretty much give us some money. It might have been an MFer at the end, actually. But no, that was my first impression
Really?
of Matt Ray. Yes.
I'm a business guy. A lot of people don't think I'm a
But no,
business guy.
then we like hung out and we're like, oh, we like each other. Like, I don't know that I was ever gonna get a trade deal out of him, but no, like I do miss the whole like going on, getting together a plan and going out on a sales call, doing that. But I do kind of get to be still a part of the media. You're just not advertising this as much with the basketball radio show,
definitely.
which is like that's something that I totally like fell bass backwards into.
But you do a great job.
I appreciate that.
Phenomenal.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Thank you. Y'all and Kip Tyner might be my only 3 listeners.
I don't even think Kip Tyner listens to us.
I meant to my show.
To his show.
Oh,
Yeah.
didn't even know you had a show.
I got to get on the tail screen. We're not promoting me enough. Like, push me up. Come on, tell more people about me. But no, I was doing the way I even got into advertising sales was I was a guest on the Tuscaloosa News, like Todd, the Bama Beat podcast, back when I was doing construction sales, and was a guest on their for basketball podcasts, and then are you ready to rate this?
No.
Is it good? Okay. You just thumbs up. Like, you're thumbs up, and I'm like, what? Y'all probably didn't see that. I sound like an idiot. But no, and the publisher of the T News calls like, you were really good on that podcast. I want to have you do some more of them. And which ended up with me selling advertising for the Tuscaloosa News and me doing a podcast with Cecil Hurt, which if you had told me when I was, 7 years old reading Cecil Hurt columns and only understanding, every other word or
Right.
so, because Cecil was just a really talented writer.
He was.
But that I would be doing a podcast with Cecil Hurt, like it was so much fun. And then getting the opportunity at Town Square to initially start doing sales, but then do the radio show was like such an amazing opportunity. And I really, really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. Now, there are some times it is not that much fun, like when we lose a big game. But what I also found, is that's the time that my post-game show goes the longest because people have had some drinks,
Yes.
and they want to call in and talk about it.
That's what we need call-ins.
Y'all should.
Yeah.
That's the benefit of going live. But
Wait,
there's
wait.
also a negative of going
There
live.
But I think for us it would work though because we don't really have any rules.
Right. So
You're not on the radio. Yeah.
We are on the radio, so I had to, and it's a damn wonder that I have never violated any FCC violations.
That is.
There have been some tough games, man. And I've yet to.
Do you get to drink on the air?
No comment.
Okay.
Shit, I don't
Fair
think
enough.
we probably don't need to do it live
So
because
let's talk basketball. We haven't talked
wait,
basketball either.
I gotta go back on that because David Dubose might be watching this.
Dubose.
I will have a couple of beers at the basketball game. I'm not drink. I have never drank in the studio while doing a pre or post game show.
Good answer.
Couple $20 beers.
Hey,
I think they're 12.
it's
No
12.
comment.
13,
The price
maybe.
of so last Friday night for the basketball game, I had a Cabernet. I've gotten where I drink a little bit more wine now.
They still
at
wanted.
you.
They still wanted the game.
Yes,
Wow.
and it was
Where?
it wasn't a bad.
It's not where I go.
So you can't get it from the ones that just have the cooler in front of them.
Okay.
If you get there's one right across from that has the cab, and I've been
Interesting.
drinking. I don't honestly. This is going to sound crazy to y'all. I don't really keep liquor at my house.
that does
because-
sound weird.
It does.
I mean, should
And
we
then
just
when I
cut- should
do-
we just cut the podcast
But he lives
right
at
now?
Session.
But when I do, I don't.
Well, he lives
I
in
don't-
Northport.
I don't drink it at home. Generally, I'll take it somewhere. Like
Right.
I have it, and I'll take it to a friend's house.
Yeah, I don't drink at home either. Hit the wrong fucking button.
But no, I got to drink. I just started drinking cabs, and honestly,
If I drink a wine, a Cabernet is
it's bold. I
Yes,
want a
it's
bold
got
cab.
flavor.
If
Yes.
I drink a wine, it's gonna be whiskey. I've tried. Giovanni's a big wine guy. He's tried to get me to love wine. I cannot do it.
This is game changer for me. Nikki loves wine, so this is a game changer.
So here
shit
was
for
here,
me.
here was
is.
my issue
Yeah.
is that I was
Season tickets.
We got them.
Sorry, fancy fuck.
my issue was that I was going and having 2 or 3 at session, then I might have 2 or 3 when I get back home, old fashions. That's a lot of sugar, man.
It is.
And
That's why you need to stick to straight whiskey like me.
well, the wine has also been good because I'm not getting hammered, and I've lost 40 pounds in the last
Look at you.
Look at you, awesome.
you can't tell because of the poncho, which I love the poncho. The poncho's been great.
Does it smell like Walt?
It does. It doesn't smell like lib. No. It's. Also, if people who have no idea who I am are going to think that I'm like some Trumper or something, which is even funnier. But
We gotta
no,
get you and Ryan on here together because he's a tambourine slamming liberal. That's what he calls himself.
yeah, I'm fully aware. But no, so yeah, just switched to wine and then started eating more healthy, and it kind of it fell off a little bit.
Nice.
So.
Now I feel.
But no, this is
I
going to be
feel-
great for Nikki. I'm glad that Nikki knows this now.
Yeah.
And so you owe me a glass of cab at
I got
Coleman.
you. Cab
At Coleman. That should be
That should be. That's a
hashtag.
podcast.
I might
You
take a
need to
picture
tell Greg that.
tomorrow night when I'm sitting. I'm going to take a picture and go Cab at Coleman.
That's it. I mean, we're the. I thought Greg was coming in, but he's.
That would have been a
he's show-
sick intro if he had walked in right now.
Cabot Coleman.
Yeah.
So we got Clemson tomorrow night,
Yes. Clemson's a good basketball team. They're undefeated. They ain't
right? Undefeated.
ain't really
huh?
played nobody, if you will.
Yeah.
Disappointing weekend for our guys this
Yeah,
past weekend.
sure.
Was not expecting us to go and play Ohio State the way that we did. Nate's been emphasizing defense, and we didn't play good defense on
But Ohio
Friday night.
State was on fire.
They were.
I mean,
They
everything
could not miss. But
yes.
I do think that part of it was like we were giving them some easy looks, but they shot way higher percentages than they had in any other game this year.
Yep.
Way higher than their average and everything, even on the free throw line, which defense don't really control that. I still feel good about this team. We are gonna have to defend. If we can be a top 40 defensive team in like points per possession, which is the metric that you should use because of how fast we play, we'll be really damn good. Like we'll probably win the league if we're top 40.
Nice.
But right now we're not looking like we're going to be if we play like we did against Ohio State. Like even against Oregon, give up 91, which I didn't even. I love Bama hoops. I was not going to pay $30 to buy an app to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Bama
Yeah,
basketball on one screen and the Iron Bowl on the other.
Yeah.
Now I have watched it since, but there's a replay on YouTube. But yeah, I wasn't gonna do that.
We did that one time during, I think it was a basketball game was on, football game was on, tornado coverage with James Spann was on, and I was playing Mario Kart. I got all the fucking TVs in the house. I got a picture. I'll show you. They were just lined up. My wife's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like,
Exactly.
I'm trying to play Mario Kart.
I didn't buy all these TVs and
I'm
not
trying
use
to watch
them.
the fucking
Okay?
game, and I'm trying to make sure a tornado don't kill us.
Grant Nelson compared to Brandon Miller.
Boom.
Very, very different players.
Who's a better player?
Brandon Miller.
You think?
Brandon Miller's the best player to ever play basketball at Alabama. I said that after the first scrimmage that he played in last year.
Did you not
And he
see
was-
his necklace? Like $30 million necklace he came the other day?
Yeah.
You ought to get him on here. I don't think Brandon's doing a ton of interviews like this. Though.
I'll try. I'll try anybody. I'm persistent.
Brandon Miller's the best basketball player to ever play at the University of Alabama.
This team compared to last year's team as a full team.
I think has the potential to be better. Is never going to be the defensive team that last year's team was.
Yeah.
But is also the type of team that we're probably going to have a lull at some point. Last year's team didn't have lulls.
Right.
We were pretty damn good all the time, and then just I think between the BS Brandon Miller stuff, which y'all are going to have Hayes Webb on soon, right? Y'all should talk to him. Yeah, y'all should talk to him about that because
We are.
it is absolute bullshit, and I will
I
cuss.
got that button. Look.
Bullshit that Darius Miles is sitting in jail right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's his. I'm done. I'm not going to go any harder. Okay?
We need Ryan on that one.
It is bullshit. I think that all of that contribute, and the way that Brandon Miller got treated by the media
Yeah.
Yes.
was unbelievable. And I think that
Absolutely.
it weighed on all of our guys.
it had
It weighed
to.
on
Yeah,
Brandon.
absolutely,
The whole team.
absolutely.
Brandon was also dealing with injuries, and I think we also kind of ran into a buzzsaw in San Diego State. Had a bunch of physical guards, and we weren't ready to respond to that.
Yeah.
Things like that happen in the NCAA tournament. It's about matchups. But what I like about this year's team is I think we do have a couple of big guards who we can get it like Latrell Whitesell. When we get in that type of situation, they'll push back a little bit. Last year we didn't really push back in that San Diego State game. And the way we are offensively, we can get hot. Like we might have a lull at some point middle of the year, but we're going to score so many points. We could get really, really hot for a 6-game stretch and win a national championship.
Yep.
I like it. This year's team versus Tropic Thunder. What do you think?
I've never seen the movie Tropic Thunder.
What? You got to watch it. Fucking phenomenal.
I didn't smoke weed in college. And I felt like most of my
in college.
I
Since
don't smoke weed.
In college. It's a good movie.
Cut it. No, I'm kidding.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, I have used the GIF of isn't that what do you mean by you people?
Yeah.
I've used that multiple
good one.
times. Yeah,
You think we'll ever have legalized weed in Alabama?
I think we should. I mean, I don't think there's any disagreement on this podcast.
I agree.
Did y'all ask Walt that?
We did.
Yeah.
We
What'd he
talked
say?
about it.
Oh, he's all.
I know he's for
All
it.
in, yeah.
But
Yeah.
they don't. You don't even you get a ticket now in Tuscaloosa.
I don't think so. Unless you have a lot, unless
yeah, I
you're
don't
trafficking.
I think
Yeah.
they made it so. I think they made it so that you're not going to get it. It used to be you got arrested if you had it.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I would never have to worry about that because I don't ever have any. But
If you smoke it all, you can't have
Hey,
any.
the smoke all is gone.
but yeah. I mean, I think it should be.
It should be, yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many other states that are just moving towards medicinal and recreational and
And if you want to keep all these students from out of state that is legal,
yeah.
I think that's also
then
part
you
of
have
it too.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always make the argument. People argue it. They're like, "Oh, if you legalize it, people gonna be high and driving around. I'm like, people get fucking hammered and drive around all the time. That's a lot worse.
I was going to say, and I've just second person stories. So people have told me about this. But like, have you ever been high? Do you want to go drive around? No.
Exactly. That's what a good buddy of mine is a sheriff.
That's what people have told me.
Yeah, he's like, I've never pulled somebody over going 100 that's high, and I've never been on a domestic violence with somebody that's high. It's always meth, cocaine, something else. I've pulled people over that are high. They're like,
they were driving 30 and
they were
70.
driving 30, or on a domestic violence or something. Like, okay, man, take me to jail. It's cool, whatever, dude. We get somebody on cocaine or meth, they're going to beat the shit out of you. So like, and he's a sheriff, and he's like, I'm for it. Like, it's fucking stupid that we're not having it here in Alabama yet.
Well, what's wild is that I think our law enforcement is the majority of the law enforcement is probably for it. The same way that they're for harsher gun laws. Like
Absolutely.
the whole you just being able to. I can't believe I'm doing this right now. The fact that you like, I haven't shot a pistol in 5 years. Don't have a pistol permit. Mm-hmm. I can just take a pistol and just walk around with it. Yeah. Like I can just have it in my car all the time.
Stick it on your fucking hip.
That is dumb as hell.
It is stupid.
Well,
Like, at least require having, and our sheriff has even said like, we want to require the permits. We won't even charge. Like we want you to have to pay for it, but we'll donate the money to like a certain fund.
Yeah,
like they don't need it. They just want people. They just want to be able to like make sure that these people who
have it.
an idiot who has maybe has a history of mental illness and probably doesn't need to have a firearm.
Why are you looking at me?
I remember when they first passed the open carry law. We had people.
I didn't want to make him feel weird.
We had people coming into the restaurants with their pistol on their hip. I'm like, really?
Yeah, that escalates everything.
It does.
Like, why? I don't want to eat dinner. I don't want to eat pork belly tacos with that. Like at
You're
least
packing next to me. I mean, seriously.
And I'm all for it. Man,
Yes.
I actually I'm in the process of getting my pistol permit because I want to have one.
Because you're an American.
Yes, but I technically don't have to because I live in Alabama. But I want to get one because if I believe that strongly, if I believe that strong,
carry.
right?
You can open carry, but you can conceal carry. You got to have a permit.
No, you don't. Not in the state of Alabama anymore. That's what I'm big on. Is that they change the
Why the fuck am I
concealed?
sending them $40?
You should do it.
Get your picture taken.
You should do it. You should honestly do it out of principle, though.
I do it just
because
support.
And it's also going to be if you go to other states.
That's true.
They're not. They don't reciprocate Alabama's non-law, and so I'm just going to go ahead and do it because I think we should have a concealed. You should have to have a permit for concealed carry. Yep. So if I'm going to have one, I'm going to do that. And I'm not going to carry it that much.
I'll throw a wrench in there. I'm actually a deputy sheriff also. No bullshit. I got a fucking badge in my car.
Holy shit, dude! I've said a lot of shit to you.
I know.
See, I feel like I've covered all my bases by saying that I don't know anything about that highness, but
This is true.
It is true.
It is true.
you were a criminal justice major.
Yeah.
Could you arrest me right now?
I might.
Citizens arrest.
No, it's not even citizens arrest. I got fucking arresting powers. Let me cut that out too, probably.
Could you? Could you?
Don't cut up my citizens arrest.
You want me to handcuff you?
All right. This podcast just got weird. I'm out.
I'll come over to your house later and arrest you. What do you think about the early times?
Which one's that?
This one. That's what you're drinking now.
I realized it was better than the Russells, but I was like, I kind of got on a tangent. And
It was good.
The early times is really good.
It is.
I'm a fan of it. It actually popped up in the ABC system one day when I was making my orders. I got a whole fucking case of it.
Really?
The rep texted me and said, "How did you buy a whole case?" I said, "I don't know. It popped up on the inventory and I grabbed it."
Does G ever look at you and go, "What did you buy?"
Every day, every week. We talked about it this morning. We
don't need this.
It's slower this time of the year. Cut back on stuff. I'm like, oh shit! I gotta order.
This is the best time to buy, Gio.
It is.
It happens. We actually had that conversation.
Yeah, that's really
this morning.
good.
I like early times. It's good.
All right, here's what I want to ask of you at Jalapenos.
Yes, sir.
I want a brunch pork belly taco.
We can do that.
I want a pork belly taco with eggs.
That would be amazing.
Does that not sound amazing?
We got a brunch menu.
I know you do.
We don't
and y'all have some good things. And I love a good huevos rancheros. But I think pork belly tacos with eggs.
Let's put it on my napkin.
Oh, it'll be there.
And just sub the eggs for the slaw. And I love the slaw. But I think just the verde sauce on that would be...
Yeah.
Is that not?
That sounds good.
Okay.
You want to go Waffle House?
Wait,
I would.
He's got Sunday school.
I would do nasty stuff
Bible
for a fried
study.
egg right now.
Watch your stuff.
what's your go-to at Waffle House?
All Star.
Okay.
Some grits.
I feel like were you hating on me with the Waffle House comment? Was I?
I was fucking. I might go.
No, you just heard. I talked about eggs. Okay, all right.
I was just thinking about fried eggs.
Now I love the Texas cheesesteak hash brown bowl.
Damn, that sounds good.
With some A1 or Heinz 57 sauce poured
And-
in with
and
jalapenos.
And you
just-
lost me.
Ooh, yeah.
You don't like Heinz 57?
I like it, but I don't know.
I mean, it's not. I'm not eating a freaking fillet.
That's
like
true.
it's. I realize like
That's true.
people
Okay,
have
I
an
give you- I
aversion
give you
to
that.
steak sauce.
I give you
but
that.
like
Yeah.
You want to go Waffle House? We can do it live at Waffle House.
I can't do my Bible study live at Waffle House. So, and it is online, but they're going to have some questions if I am at Waffle House.
We can help answer.
We can get a green screen, make it look like a living room.
Y'all are bad.
That's our next studio. We're doing a green screen.
No, that'd be great because you could like have Walt behind like and it'd be a bunch of like dildos or something behind him, and he would be none the wiser.
None the wiser. That's what we should do. We should have like a little retractable wall behind the barrel wall. That
Well, he
Really
doesn't even
nice.
know he's got headphones on, and then
it turns into a green screen.
and get a good one so it doesn't make a ton of noise when it
I
comes.
mean, the
back
podcast
behind.
we had with Walt when Ryan was here, like me and Matt could have fucking left.
Yeah, because I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
When
sure-
you got a media guy
so did Walt
and a politician.
Did Walt agree to do it knowing that Ryan was going to be here?
He did not know.
we threw that in.
And I can guarantee you
Brilliant.
that Richard did not know. And Richard would have been like, "No, no, we're
He
not
did
doing
know either.
that. We're not
He
doing
did not
that."
know either. He even stated during the podcast, he's like, Dr. Rush is going to have his work cut out for him.
We'll probably never get him back.
No, he looked like he had a good time.
I sent him a
He
message on
did.
Twitter the other night. Said we need to have you back. And he liked it. He hearted it. So that's a yes to me.
Is this the first one since Walt, or have y'all had somebody else on?
We had
Soapy.
Soapy Jones.
Okay.
This is the first celebrity since.
Yeah.
Big fish, small pond.
Soapy was awesome. You need to listen to that one.
Okay, I'll listen
It
to
was
it.
great.
You need to get. I mean, you got to get like the Tuscaloosa like typicals. You got to get Bo Hicks on.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about him yesterday.
Yeah.
He's on the agenda.
Bo Hicks has got to be somebody.
And he's
Again,
got a brewery.
He's got a brew. We're getting Scott Holmes, the city attorney.
Oh, great.
Talking
Yeah.
about weed.
Yeah.
Who else we got lined up? Talking about
All right. Can
We
y'all-
got Hayes Webb
I was going to say
tomorrow.
ask Hayes about weed.
we will.
Hayes
Oh, I
has
can guarantee you, I will.
and ask him about guns too, because he has some
Oh,
really
yeah.
really bad gun takes. This dude is all right. Hayes likes me. I'm not saying anything else. I think he likes me. He at least is nice to me.
So we got
Hayes
some,
is a bourbon freak.
yeah, we got some local bar owners coming on.
Yeah.
You need to have Hunter Wiggins and
Yeah, we got-
Hunter Wiggins and Quadine.
Yeah, I was talking to them
Yeah.
yesterday about
both
it.
of them.
That's what Case.
Kip. I'd love to have
Kip.
Kip on.
You ought to have Kip.
got that on
I will
here.
talk to Kip tomorrow.
Seriously. So
Jeff-
you're going on Kip's show tomorrow.
Yes, that's right. Jeff Sirkin at Galette's. Just
Oh,
a
I
totally
love Jeff.
different.
Add that to the list.
Yeah. Like y'all, I mean, y'all have a great thing going here. Like,
That's what we're talking to.
Trip it in is free. He's
Yeah.
already said.
We're talking to the old soul rep. Case they said in I think February they're doing a cocktail challenge at Sessions, and they're like, we need some guests. Some judges. We're like, right here.
So
We will be the
Session
judges.
has they have a staff competition called a DAC off, daiquiri.
I like that.
So
I love a good DAC off.
And I judge. We have
You would.
brother. There's it can get. I mean, I'm having to judge like 13 different. No, it's more. It's more like 20 contestants.
So you're the only judge?
There's two
Dude,
others,
I
but
was
we all
gonna say,
have to have a sip of each of them. And so the deal is, you get on one side of the bar, like where the bartenders are, and you make your simple daiquiri, pour them all in. And the first time that I ever competed, I forgot like the.
Forgot you're competing and just got drunk.
No, I forgot one. Yes, but I forgot one of the ingredients. It was I remember the liquor. I can't remember what I forgot, but it was something that made it a lot sweeter. And so the deal is, you make your drinks, pour them in, you make two of them, and then you run around and you have to chug one of them,
The run around.
and then the other one is to be judged.
Interesting.
And so the one that I made, I forgot like literally the thing that makes it sweet. And everybody, like, I chugged mine. I was like,
So you already knew.
yeah, I was not going to win that one.
I like that. We talked about doing the Krispy Kreme challenge.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about doing boozy spirits.
5K?
5K, yeah.
No, let's just do it less.
You drink
Let's do less.
you drink a 6-pack, run a 5K, and then shot of tequila at Jalapenos without throwing up.
Maybe eat a pork belly taco.
Yeah, and a pork belly taco. Yeah, we'll throw that one. That's new.
That doesn't
Without
sound-
throwing, if you throw up, you're out.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun, but if you want to, if you would like to advertise, you just think the Todd Sports pregame show and postgame show.
We gotta try it out first. One day we'll
That
try it
sounds. That honestly sounds worse.
out. It does.
It does.
Yeah, it probably won't ever fly.
It won't.
Now I could run a 5K and then eat 3 pork belly tacos and be good, and a shot of tequila,
Could do that too, and a 6-pack.
or a shot of tequila before you run,
There you
and then
go.
you eat the 3 pork belly tacos.
It could work.
I'd have to do a shot before I run. I mean, seriously.
We could just do like a 0.5K. That'd be better.
That's a little bit better. Yeah. I think we get more people.
I'd be more likely to participate.
Let's do that this weekend. 0.5K. We can start a whole new movement. 0.5K.
I agree. For people that are starting.
Yeah,
I do like the early times.
that's early times is really good.
So what's your favorite of everything you've had?
Oh, so I haven't rated this. That's pretty damn good.
It is.
I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Old Soul.
Yeah.
That one's hard to beat.
You can tell the money bourbon, though. Because it's usually...
And I didn't know. I had no idea how much any of this cost, but I could tell like that was the
$100.
109?
Yeah, 109. Yeah,
That's what the new one is.
yeah, new one.
What's
one's
this
like-
one?
I want to say it's
49?
30, 40 range, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
And then the early times is in the 20, 30 range.
Okay.
Crazy.
Well,
For
I
what
didn't
you
know, but I could just tell that. I mean, that was so smooth. Even though, like, what proof was it? Like 122,
Yeah, 122.3.
and it was great.
It was like a 90.
I didn't even need a little piece of ice in it. It was good.
No, we don't have ice here.
You want
I
some
mean,
water?
he actually wanted some, but we didn't have any.
You want to try the jalapenos tequila? Have you tried it?
It's up to you.
Last one. Let's go.
Holy
tried it yet?
crap.
What?
Have you tried it yet?
No, I've not.
It's good. It's a good pour.
Why are you holy crapping over there?
That's mine. That's Hunter's.
Where's mine?
Right there in front of you, motherfucker. I
What
got
is
it.
that for?
I'm professional.
What is that for?
That was the Mezcal.
Was it?
That's a lot.
Holy crap.
It wasn't. Look, I didn't text you. Tequila did.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you. I came up with that.
Don't let the athletic department see it. They're gonna.
Hey, I ran it by
Y'all lied on me.
I ran it by somebody that works at the athletic department. Not mentioning names. They said it was cool.
Cedric said it was okay, and so now you're good.
What? I'll tell you later.
So do you
Also,
have...
did y'all wait real quick? Did y'all see? Have y'all seen Cedric?
The
Y'all know
entertainer?
who I'm talking about?
The
Cedric.
entertainer?
No. So Cedric, the Kentucky game. I thought he had bourbon in his cup, possibly, because he's back there doing this. He's,
Oh, yeah,
he's
yeah, I saw that,
coaching
I saw that, I
guys
saw
up,
that.
and
That
then
was awesome.
and then on Saturday after we won, he's walking into the
was-
tunnel going.
Yeah, he was national treasure. He's getting out of his element a little bit.
I think he's gotten a little comfortable.
I think so.
He's only been there since 1981.
Finally.
and he finally is getting comfortable. All right.
I know I'm partial, but that's fucking good stuff.
Los Tarascos is better.
Cut. They don't have their own barrel pick.
They don't.
They don't.
No, that's really good.
It is good.
They don't have an elephant in a crimson suit. In 4 locations.
What's the proof
Are y'all
on
only at
this?
4?
Yeah, 4 locations.
So you got Northport.
Northport,
Cottondale.
Tuscaloosa, Cottondale, downtown. And then Catering's kind of like our 5th location.
Why don't you just open one down south of Tuscaloosa?
Spillway.
We thought about it. We thought about South Tuscaloosa, and then before COVID, Stillman area when they're expanding the Riverwalk and stuff.
Oh yeah, that'll be a great idea.
But COVID, like we said earlier,
No, that's really good.
Chinese person ate it
Almost
back.
like almost has like a caramel taste.
Yeah,
Am I
yeah.
off on that?
What proof is it? It comes in at 42.7%, so we're around 84 proof. And we're gonna do another barrel next year, but ABC.
You should get Governor Ivy on.
Can try.
But you would probably have to do it before like 5 o'clock because that's when she goes to bed.
That's true. We're getting Fitz, so he's on the list.
If you can get Fitzy, I bet you can get him. I mean,
I know I can
her.
get
I'm
him.
sorry, her. Kay Ivey, yeah.
No one can get Fitz. He's on the list for
Get
sure.
Will Ainsworth on. I'd love to hear what Will Ainsworth has
Put
to
that
say.
on the list. We have an internal list amongst our corporate sponsors.
It's all on a napkin.
Yeah. Google spreadsheet, actually.
All right,
This
yeah.
is good.
I just feel like Kip Tyner.
I'm going to call my mom later because she knows Kip.
We do need to get Kip on.
Would be fun.
I'm going to talk to him tomorrow about it.
Do it.
I really will.
Because we really. Does Kip drink?
Don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know about his recollections and
But you don't have to drink to be on here, but it helps.
You don't. But
We
it
can-
helps.
Yeah.
We drink.
We drink. We'll drink.
Well, no, that's the thing,
drink-
like-
we'll drink extra if they
We
don't
will.
want to
right,
drink,
like
we'll drink.
yeah,
We'll pour a glass for him and just drink.
We will drink. You'll drink for them.
That's what earlier I'll tell you about it. I was talking to not Greg. God damn it, George from Seed Creative. He wants to be on the show, but he doesn't drink. I was like, that's fine. You can be on the show. He's like, I hadn't heard of it. What is it? It's a boozy spirits. He said, I only ever heard of it. I sent him the
Literally,
link.
both words are about alcohol.
Yeah, I sent him the link. He said, oh, with Matt Ray. I said, yeah, with Matt. Yeah. That's exactly what he said.
I do love
I mean,
George.
he
He's a good dude.
he
He's a good
also.
dude.
I feel like Matt is definitely somebody whose reputation precedes him. Like when you say it's with Matt Ray,
Yeah.
like
Well, just like you didn't know I
It's
own
not a good
jalapenos
thing.
because I'm behind the scenes.
exactly. He's not. But he's a front man. Like he's the
I'm
guy.
not a front man.
He's not.
I'm like
He's like me. Nikki's the front.
Nikki.
Nikki's
Nikki's
the
Nikki is the GO.
Nikki's the front, and
She is.
as she should be. I
She
would
should
agree.
be.
I would say, but yet you're still there.
Yeah, you go to more chamber events and all that stuff.
I love chamber events. I love
Yes.
the chamber. Don't get me on the chamber.
Yeah, we're
You need
getting,
to get Cal South.
that's he
Kyle?
actually tonight he reached out to us today before you came over about wanting to do some kind of bourbon fundraiser tasting event and wants us to host it. And Becky Hauser from Cerebral Palsy wants us to host an event.
yeah, Cal would be great.
We need to get Kyle.
We will.
I took me and Kyle went to the basketball game a couple weeks ago together. Kyle's a great guy, obviously love Jim Page and missed the hell out of him.
Yes. And I
Make-
thought when Jim left,
make-
I'm like, we're screwed.
I need to show you a video.
Also, get Jim Page to drive down.
agree.
He's a lobbyist now. Like he doesn't have anything to do. He would just drive down to be on it.
That's true. We should call Ryan,
I don't think Jim drinks.
allegedly.
Jim.
He didn't
To
watch
you,
it. He didn't
Jim.
watch it. He didn't even follow us. He didn't follow us on Twitter.
Oh, it's all.
I bet he'll see this podcast.
That's good stuff.
It is good.
I'm glad ABC shut us down and we can't do this anymore.
I mean, you
guys.
could. You just have to sell all of it out of the restaurant.
So
No,
what do
like
we
that,
need
that's
to?
what with a
Oh, you
restaurant
can't even-
license. I
really?
can't sell it anymore. So that's the 750 milliliter. With a restaurant license, I can't sell anything higher than a 375 milliliter.
Because he's kind of getting into the
I'm getting into the
liquor store business.
yeah. So
'Cause
like,
they're not
But if you
buying-
didn't sell food, you could do it.
yes, or we can.
So Sessions could sell that.
Yeah, Sessions. Yeah, I can buy it. I can still do it and sell it by the shot. But I can't sell you if you come
Hey.
in and try it.
Let's open a bar.
Let's do it.
And
Sanctuary.
we'll sell it right there.
Sanctuary can't even do
We're
it.
gonna have food. Yeah.
I know you screwed up. It's stupid.
Also,
Okay.
looking forward to when the sanctuary does get open to doing a basketball show there.
Yes.
But I do want to plug. We're going to be doing. When's this going to come out? It depends on how. Whenever you get.
Yeah, my autism comes out probably tomorrow.
Okay, so we're going to be doing.
I gotta get my order probably Wednesday, probably tonight.
This is what I deal with.
At least Kip shows live, so I know my time
know it's there.
It'll probably come out on Wednesday, Tuesday.
Okay. Well, if it comes out tomorrow, we're going to be doing the Todd Hoots pregame show live from Heat Pizza
Okay.
tomorrow at 6:30.
Nice.
Game's at 8:30, which I freaking hate. It's too late. I
That
don't
is
like.
way too late.
Yeah, I'm an old man. Like I don't want to.
Hey, yeah.
I've got to do post game,
Holy shit, that's like 12 o'clock.
so I'll get done.
I mean, it will be. It'll be close
So the
to
game.
by
So the game.
time it's
The
over.
game will end at 10:45. You'll have at least 30 minutes of post game with Chris and Brian. I'll go on air at earliest 11:15.
Yeah, it's late.
And so probably one of those like 3 segment, like we'll do 30 minutes and then be done because
It depends on how the game is.
Well, and a lot of it is what we try to cater to is people driving back to Birmingham.
Yeah.
And people listening online. But a lot of those, I mean, if you're driving back to Birmingham, that'll be my clientele tomorrow night. But like, if I'm going to be wanting to go to bed, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm going to be wanting to go to bed, but I got got sponsors to pay, Like,
Fixing.
I tried to get Matt to do a trade deal, and he wasn't down on it, so.
I heard about that.
I might be interested now.
Nah, you're good.
Heard about that.
Did you call jalapenos?
But they said I had to work the door a couple days if I was going to do it.
They were in the same boat as Eat My Beats. Like, we don't do advertising.
We don't. I mean,
I think, but y'all do enough.
We do a lot of fundraising, a lot of
y'all are community.
a lot of community stuff.
And y'all do a lot of like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Not necessarily trade. Which is super, super smart. Because I hear Gio on like Stephen DC all the time.
All the time. And we got the Adaptive Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
We sponsor them.
Yeah.
I had the Jalapeno Invitational.
That's cool.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
This is good tequila.
This is very good.
A lot better than that Russell shit.
Are you still selling it?
Technically, I can't, but yes.
We'll talk off air. We'll talk off air.
I got like, we had 246 bottles. We got 8 bottles left.
Holy crap. That's awesome.
So that's why I did tell the ABC when they called me and said, hey, you can't sell anymore. And I told them, I don't really give a shit because I already sold all of it. I'll just sell it by the shot.
I hope the ABC store is not listening to this.
The ABC store is definitely not listening, but Montgomery might. But don't care because I will go to war against them.
You go, baby.
I will. Because it's stupid, archaic laws they have.
They do have some. Yeah.
And I know they hate me.
I think you're going to have Fitz Washington on, which makes it even better.
I love old Fitz.
Bill Poole, another guy.
Yes, I agree.
But like I said, I emailed them today and like, hey, blah, 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 blah. I didn't even know about that. Let me look into it. I'm like, that shows you the Alabama system.
But yet it would take people like Gerald Allen voting to get change done to get any change done. Yeah.
So. See, Gerald on.
We should.
Oh, my God. If y'all had Gerald Allen on.
Giovanni knows him.
Does he drink? I like people to drink.
Let's put that on a napkin.
Gerald. I do like people to drink.
Giovanni does know
people
Gerald.
That are sober kind of scare me a little bit. There's a reason, and it scares me.
Gerald. I don't even know. I can't even write. Travis Tritt.
You're supposed to get blocked by Travis Tritt tonight.
Yeah, I got that. Travis Tritt blocked.
Post the glamour shots.
Hunters doing work with Hostess. Call Gerald Allen. Got to tell you something off air.
Cut out something from 48 to 50.
Yeah. Call Kip. Cut out that part. Got a name. Jim Page.
Roll Tide.
I like it.
All right. Well, I'm not sure that Gerald Allen would ever have time to come on here, considering how much work.
He lives in Cottondale, though.
Well, but just how much work he does. He's a very successful businessman.
Hey, so are me and Matt. And yet here we are.
I was being facetious about him. I was being. Y'all are actually businessmen.
And yet here we are.
All right, Alabama, Georgia. We need a score. Prediction.
What you got?
I mean, we're probably going to lose. I know.
What?
He's going to. I mean, if I had to put money on it, I would say that we're going to lose.
Would you?
Yes.
Did you see that game Saturday? How amazing we looked.
That's probably why I think we're going to lose. But I'm going to go. And
did you see Milroe talking about the Heisman?
Yes, I thought that was a little bit much.
That is a little bit much.
But I also think it was heated battle. It was emotional.
I liked it.
I do too. I like somebody with passion.
What I didn't like was like all these Barners quote tweeting it. Like you got Quentin Riggins, who's like one of the top 5 people at Alabama Power. His daughter quote tweeting. She got look at Madison Riggins' Twitter from yesterday.
Okay,
just the most. The most Barner shit ever.
Is that on OnlyFans or Twitter?
It was Twitter. X. She was just like the most uninformed Barner takes ever.
Every one of them.
And was like, I can't believe he's doing this. Da-da-da. He was emotional after a huge win, after he had...
Against the rival.
I would venture to say the greatest play in Iron Bowl history that I've ever witnessed.
Oh, absolutely.
And you can say like, oh no, the kick six is better.
No, just that.
If you're an Auburn fan.
This was way more improbable.
I don't know if you said that the 4th and 31 is the longest conversion that's ever been converted in NCAA history.
That's not accurate. That was somebody had a bad take.
Shut the fuck up. It's accurate.
It was not accurate.
It's accurate.
It sounded good.
I do have
accurate.
I do have
for Alabama. That's accurate.
I do have an incredible stat. The last 2 years, teams have had 90 chances at converting third or fourth and more than 30.
Mm-hmm.
For the last 2 years, they were 0 for 90. That was the first one in the last 90 that had been converted.
That's great.
And it was against Auburn
And it was a touchdown
in the
Auburn.
fourth quarter in the last 20 seconds of a game.
for a touchdown.
Like, it's more improbable than a kick six.
Give him the Heisman.
I agree.
He's third place now for some stat. I don't remember what it is. I'm not sophisticated enough to know that.
But the thing is, he's going to be back next year. And think about the growth think about how much he's grown this
He's
year.
grown a lot. Yeah, absolutely. Has.
And then think about how he's going to be next year.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm excited for Jalen Milroe next year.
And the receivers this year have stepped up.
And we only
From the first couple of games.
Exactly. And we only lose Burton.
Yeah.
Which I'm so scared about Burton on Saturday.
Burton's great, but he's a hothead.
I'm just him playing against Georgia. I can only imagine the unsportsmanlike conduct penalties he's going to get.
I
Like
agree.
he's going to talk. He's going to talk so.
Let's
much.
get-
And did you see him get punched after the play?
No.
I saw that. You didn't
He
see
got
that?
punched, and he did not like. I would have thought that he would have like maybe pulled out a gun and potentially that would have been rough.
Let's get some score predictions. What you think?
All right, so again, this is not going to add up what I do here. I think we're probably going to lose.
But we'll score more points.
31-28, Will Riker field goal.
Bama?
Yeah.
You just said we're going to lose, though.
I mean, I think we probably are. But you asked me for a score prediction. I'm not going to predict us to lose.
So 31-28. You're messing my napkin
That's
up.
that's a good score.
What do you think, Matt?
You might have to do this one.
Like when you ask
And then I think-
you ask
let me
me
think.
objectively, I'm going to say, yeah, we probably will lose. But you say a score, like, all right, I'm going to gut my ass off a little bit.
I hate Kirby like I hate that Russell's. It's nasty.
Really?
Yeah, it's nasty.
It's okay.
The Russells doesn't have a bowl cut.
It's nasty. Kirby's a fucking prick.
Kirby Smart.
Yeah.
No, Kirby the freaking dinosaur from
Kirby
Mario
the vacuum.
Kart.
Yeah, the vacuum.
I love the vacuums.
Kirby wasn't a dinosaur. He was like,
But I was Kirby in Mario Kart.
I don't know, like a big purple sucker.
I'm sorry, I'm not a nerd. I didn't play any video
Yoshi
games.
was the dinosaur.
Yoshi, that's right.
Yeah. Come on. What you think, Matt?
24-21 Bama.
Okay.
24-21. So
Which we're being
Close.
okay.
let me think. Let me drink this Kirby Russell's. Fucking gross. I'm going to go Georgia 7, Alabama 63.
All right.
Puts us into the playoffs.
And I like if we work that average. If we could just take the average of those, I think we'd be
We're
okay.
good.
Yeah.
Puts us into. It's on the napkin, so that's legit.
Dude, a 63-7 will get us into the
I
playoff.
think so.
It should.
Otherwise, a 24-21 or 31-24 will not get us in there. You think?
It would take a couple things.
Yeah.
It would take like probably one thing. I think if Louisville beats Florida State, I think we'd have a good shot.
What about Texas? You think Texas is in?
To me, they have to look at Alabama, Oregon, and Texas
Yeah.
as one. Even if Oregon wins the,
Just like some
Pac-12.
local politics, it's a fucking shit show.
It is.
It is.
and like this is the
Four teams
this
isn't
is the year where we're like, all right, 12 team would have been.
Absolutely. It
Perfect.
needs to be. It needs
Yeah.
to be. Absolutely.
Bama probably would have hosted a game in Tuscaloosa. It would have been great.
Yeah. That would have been phenomenal.
I mean, you should ask Walt about it. I'm sure he would have loved another
Absolutely.
weekend.
Anybody.
In
But you got
Tuscaloosa.
Texas, you got them Big 12, but you also got them going into SEC. So it's like
Yeah.
the perfect storm for Texas. They're gonna go if they
They're not.
if they win the Big 12.
I think
They're gonna go.
It's going to be very, very difficult to keep them out. To keep an SEC champion out.
I agree.
I just don't see them being.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would take chalk happening this weekend. If one thing happens, they're gonna. I think Alabama will get it.
yeah,
yeah.
They should.
And if we don't,
Oh,
we're not gonna cry about it like Barners did in
Yeah.
2004 or 1993 because we're all little bitches.
So what bowl game will we go to if we don't make it?
Probably
We won't go to the Bama Bowl. I mean, Birmingham Bowl.
Birmingham, but we'll
don't
not. We'll
think?
not play in Protective Life Stadium. We'll
It
not go
would
to
be
Birmingham
awesome
Bowl.
to freaking play Auburn again.
I don't know that it would be. I don't know. I don't even like playing them at all. I'd rather just not play them. I think we would probably go to the peach or orange
Okay.
and
No
play.
cotton against.
Is there a pink bowl? There should be.
All right, I'm out. I'm done. All right, I'm done.
Just saying.
I think it would probably be the Peach Bowl.
Yeah.
Which I would absolutely not go to.
Yeah.
No, nobody would.
No.
Anything you want to end on, Hunter? I know you got a Bible study to go to.
I do. In
You still got time.
19 minutes. Learned a lot about both of y'all tonight, and you learned a lot about mine and Matt's
Absolutely.
relationship. I like that. I did not plan on calling him out about the email when I tried to get him to the trade deal.
We love
I was not planning on bringing that up.
I like that though.
Yeah.
because it's true.
Yeah,
I like truth.
Yeah, it is
And like
true.
I said, we need to have Hunter once a month at least.
I agree.
I will get
On
in
the,
trouble. I will get entirely too
Every
much trouble for
27th
that.
of the month,
Yeah. Oh.
like a period.
So we went through leadership together.
You did. You
Like
tried
Josh
to get,
River.
Yeah, you tried to get me to do that shit. and
Yes,
said,
I did.
And you should absolutely do
He
it.
should do it.
And
should
I,
absolutely do it.
and I won't.
But you should. I mean,
but
you
I
really.
won't.
You will.
But I won't.
I think.
I would have preferred to have you in our class and a lot of other people.
I'm
who were
sure
in
you
our
would
class.
have. I would have got kicked
And I'm
out.
gonna tell you, if did I not say that we needed another brewery as
You
our
do.
project?
You do.
I mean, I did in leadership.
tried it,
I said
yeah.
they were talking all kind of feel good stuff.
I don't know if they ever kicked
and to
anybody
me,
out.
a brewery's feel good.
It is. I don't know if they ever kicked anybody out. They'd kick me out.
I don't think so.
They
Dude,
would.
I made it.
I mean,
But I'm a little.
no, he's saying he could have gotten in. He would have gotten kicked out.
Yeah.
I think
And I like to got kicked out after Simsong.
I don't know what that is, but
Oh yeah,
Next
he
episode.
would definitely get kicked out then. Yeah.
Trip Powell almost got kicked out of Simsock. So
Is that a
Y'all
massage
both
parlor?
probably should have.
Is that a massage parlor?
Simsock,
Simsong?
it's a simulated society deal. People have already turned off if they're still listening. If they're still listening, they're either in our leadership Tuscaloosa class, or they work for the Chamber of Commerce, or they're on the board of directors of the Chamber of Commerce.
I think Simsong cooked my rice on Sunday.
Simsock. Not going to be a part of any cultural appropriation. I can't even talk now.
Thank you. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Hey, Roll Tide.
We can end it on that one.
I think we should end it on that.
Boozy Spirits with Matt Ray and Justin Grimball.
This is all you could ever ask for, bud.